Alright guys, we got some big news about Nightmare in the Pizzeria coming up for you. Now, as you know, Nightmare in the Pizzeria hasn't really been touched in updates for a while because of Jaden's internet being out, but we have some things that can actually show the future of Nightmare in the Pizzeria. Jaden has actually revealed a checklist inside of the Nightmare in the Pizzeria Discord. Now, we're going to read through them one by one, and these are going to be changes that are going to be happening to Nightmare in the Pizzeria 1. And before we do that, the reason why he's actually doing these changes is because of Nightmare in the Pizzeria 1 is so terrible because the scripting was pretty rushed and the corners were cut. And that makes sense because some of the scripting is like, not to be mean, but bad. But now we're going to read through these in the checklist to see what we got. Completely repolish the map. That means change the whole map, probably fix the hallway, the bathrooms because they're facing the wrong way, and just make the map look nicer than it is right now. Now, number 2 is Rehow Foxy's movement system. He'll start at the beginning of Pirate's Cove at very slow speeds. If the guard goes on Pirate's Cove while he's inside of it, he extremely slows down. Once he leaves Pirate's Cove, he becomes very fast. Foxy attacks when he reaches the hallway point of either hallway, taking about 3 seconds after his running begins to fully run into the office. This will have an animation so that the guard can't just use the lights. Alright, that's going to be really interesting, because Foxy is at the same speed and has a battery meter like the old one. But when it runs out, it's really devastating, because you have to wait for it to go up. And whenever you're near the door, you can just hear the running animation, and you just don't teleport in there. You just teleport in there. Alright, number 3 is Rehow Doors and Light System. Make lights blink occasionally to take like maybe 300 milliseconds to turn on like the real game. You can't turn them off immediately either like the real game. They have to be on for about half a second or so. Doors should also have a close or open latency, about the same, just to make it similar to the real game's mechanics. So this is basically talking about how long or short it is for the lights to be on, and also for the doors to work like the real game's mechanics. So it basically changes the mechanics to the real game. Number 4 is make animatronics that are viewed on the camera slow down by a tiny bit. This is similar to Five Nights at Wario's 3, where you look at the camera and it slows them down. But I don't think it's really taken inspiration from that. But if you watch them, they go slower, so it actually slows down their speeds, which is honestly really cool. I'd love to see that. Number 5 is reality attack system. Things need to be fixed, like Freddy's laugh or whatnot. So it's basically talking about how Freddy's laugh can just come out of nowhere and just oof you easily. So, yeah, that's a problem. Hopefully that gets fixed. Number 6 is if a guard resets or leaves, end the round. Also, if an animatronic wins or resets, bring back the pad for another player to become that animatronic. So it's basically like Nightmare in the Pizzeria 2, where when someone resets, that brings the pad back. Like Mangle. I had so many times when Mangle was broken, and I had to reset because of it. Now, the final thing is fix power outage. Power outage has been a bug, because when you hit 6 a.m., the March, whatever Freddy's theme is called, plays, and it oofs everyone and ends the game. So hopefully that is a cool fix that's going to be happening, and I'm really interested in its update. And also, they released a poll about Nightmare in the Pizzeria 3's mechanics, about if you want to use if you want to replace vote. Now, I'm going to read this whole this is the ultimate nitpick. If you guys don't know what happened, there was a Nitp controversy that happened, and Jaden is going to settle it. So, let's rate this post. Very soon, I'm making a return back to Nightmare in the Pizzeria development as I'm getting actual internet back, and will be able to. However, I want to know, do you guys prefer we full-on bring back the old movement systems for Nightmare in the Pizzeria? The revivals were meant to just update the games to be up to date with modern Roblox, both graphics-wise and functionality. A plan I had for the very near future was to work with the scripters to set up an update where you could set your movement mode in the lobby, where you could choose modern or legacy. Legacy movement mode would be clicking the buttons as such in the old game to move, but just time where you get there, and that amount of time as you were watching normally. Though I'm not sure if people are acknowledging this factor straight up, like, and think the old movement is plenty better. Regarding the bugs with the new movement, I was planning on going on a Nitp marathon and giving Nitp 2 a large update. This update was going to sweep out a large portion of the bugs and issues, but in just general, make the game plenty better, finishing Nitp on the side. Now, TL or colon DR. Do you prefer we replace the current movement system with the old one or leave it up to vote? I'm curious because I'm not sure if we should be adding it. And so here is the poll. A, replace. Vote this if you're going to almost never use the current system if we do add the legacy movement. Or B, add the option to use legacy movement. Vote this if you prefer them using modern movement, or we'll switch to legacy half of the time or less often. And you can see by the rating, it's already winning. B is winning. So we're going to be getting legacy movement, which is basically like the old Nightmare in the Pizzeria, or if you relate to Nitp 3's movement system. And that's going to be hard to script, but hopefully they can do it. Mr. Mine and Alpha is the scripters. Hopefully they can help out on there. And it looks bright for Nitp so far. They also said that they have plans to avoid the audio not working, which is like kind of OP, kind of not. Make it, but if it's gonna be, I don't think you should use audio and make it work 100% of the time, but you should do a 50-50 chance to see if it works. That would make it even better because it won't make the audio so broken. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the Nitp news, and I'm already excited for the update. I'm definitely going to stream it when it comes out, and it'll probably be next week. I'll be streaming if it comes out. And if you guys want me to stream Nitp again in the next week, please let me know and I'll do more. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to Christmas stuff for your videos. Also join the Discord, Christmas stuff for Christmas. Also go and follow me on Twitch. See you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.